Ever so often, we watch an anime that leaves us wanting more. An anime that you never want to end. But for a newcomer, what shows should you watch to give you the best anime experience? Luckily for you, I've put together a top 5 list of animes that will leave you wanting more. So stay tuned, and here are the top 5 animes for beginners.
あれはナイトレイド
Coming in at number 5, we have Akame ga Kill. Akame ga Kill will have you hooked in the very first episode. This anime is set in a world where no one is safe from death. And I mean no one, literally no one. The story follows the journey of a young naive boy from an impoverished village named Tatsumi. Tatsumi sets out to the imperial capital to join his country's royal army in hopes of one day being able to save his village. However, he encounters trouble early on in his journey and is forced to join Night Raid, a group of highly trained and deadly assassins. Night Raid has one goal in mind: to rid the world of evil people. But they soon learn that they have bitten off more than they can chew, and they encounter Esdeath, a high-ranking general from the royal army. In many anime, the main character is safe from any real harm, but the same cannot be said for Akame ga Kill. At the number 4 spot, we have Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. Code Geass is a mecha and action anime set way in the future. The story starts when the Holy Empire of Britannia invades and conquers Japan, labeling it Area 11. During this invasion, a young high school boy living in the Holy Empire named Lelouch witnesses the death of his mother and the crippling of his sister Nanali. Lelouch is one day given a power by a mysterious girl. This power is known as the Geass, and Lelouch will use it to avenge his mother's death and create a world in which his blind and crippled sister can happily live in. This anime's intriguing story will have you reeled in no time.
好き
And in the number 3 spot, we have Tokyo Ghoul. I'm sure you've seen Tokyo Ghoul somewhere, whether it be Instagram or, well, who knows where. It's a pretty well-known anime, and there's a good reason for that. The story is unique and one of a kind. This anime is about a college student named Kin Kaneki, who barely survives a deadly encounter with a ghoul named Rize. Following this encounter, he is taken to the ER in critical condition. He later wakes up and discovers that he underwent a surgery which transformed him into a half-ghoul. The story is about Kaneki's struggle to adapt to the lifestyle of a ghoul. If you want an anime that revolves around fighting, which also includes a heartwarming story and lovable characters, then Tokyo Ghoul is the one for you.
了解
At the number 2 spot, we have Sword Art Online. Now, the concept of Sword Art Online is every gamer's dream. Seriously, you get stuck inside of an MMORPG with thousands of other players. However, there's a twist. Death in game means death in real life, and the only way to return to your physical body is by defeating the game's 100 level tower final boss. This adds a ton of suspense to the show and will keep you on the edge of your seat. So if you haven't had the pleasure of watching Sword Art Online, exit out of YouTube, forget this channel ever existed, and go watch Sword Art Online. I'm not kidding. Go do it right now.
ほれほれほれ
何その手。
退院祝いもらってあげるないのひどい
And coming in at the #1 spot, an anime that has a special place in my heart and definitely did not have me bawling my eyes out. Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is the first romance/drama anime on this list. The reason this anime is so high up on the list is because it was the anime that got me addicted. It got me sucked in and now I just can't stop. Everyone else my age is investing all their money into GameStop. Meanwhile, I'm over here obsessing over anime chicks who aren't even real. Your Lie in April is all but perfect. I do have to warn you though, it's an emotional roller coaster. So save yourself the trouble of bawling your eyes out and don't watch this after your dog died. This story is about a piano prodigy named Arima Kosei. Arima dominated the competition and all knew his name, but after the unfortunate passing of his mother, he has a mental breakdown. This resulted in him no longer being able to hear the sound of his piano, even though his hearing was perfectly fine. Even 2 years later, Kosei hasn't touched the piano and views the world in monotone. He was content at living out his life miserably, until one day a girl changes everything. Miyazono Kaori is a pretty and free-spirited violinist whose playing style reflects her personality. Kaori helps Kosei return to the music world and show that it should be free and mold-breaking, unlike the structured and rigid style that Kosei was used to. If you're on the fence about this anime, don't be. If you give it a chance, it could easily make your top 5 list. And with that being said, that will complete my top 5 list of anime for beginners. And if you found this video helpful in any way at all, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, it really does help. And I hope all of you anime noobs out there have a nice rest of your day. Peace.